स्मार्ट हो रहा है इंडिया जैसे इंडिया में बना एलिस्टा स्मार्ट एलईडी टीवी विद वर्ल्ड क्लास क्लैरिटी एंड अमेजिंग फीचर्स.
So when you just started with your cricket, you started at a very young age. So was it hard juggling between the other commitments and cricket?
Yeah, I was, when I first made the White Ferns, I was studying full-time in a commerce degree, and then following that I went to full-time work. So it certainly was hard trying to balance both, and the feeling that I never was quite doing either cricket or my career outside of cricket to the best of my abilities. So I think for me a huge turning point was when I got a full-time professional contract and I was able to walk away from my career outside of cricket for a little while and fully focus on cricket. I think that made a huge impact to me, and being able to train a bit more, and also just the life balance of not feeling like I'm literally never home or don't have any time to just relax. So yeah, it's certainly exciting where we are now with New Zealand, our international contracts, and being able to commit more to cricket. And I think it's just only going to help our team continue to get better and better.
Absolutely. The team's getting better and better. The sport is in itself getting better and better every passing day. Bruce Martin Cup winner, Maddy Green. Describe the 2018 domestic season. What were all the things that were going right for you? What were the things that you were doing right?
Yeah, I think for me that was my first season, I believe, captaining the Auckland team at the time, and for me it was really important to try to set the standard with the bat and make sure I was contributing in my primary role as a batter. So I think I just got off to a really good start and just tried to keep the momentum going and keep it really simple. And often so many times you can focus on things you want to improve, but I think that season I just tried to really focus on what my strengths were as a batter and focus on that and keep playing my game and how I wanted to play. And that season it just seemed to come off and just keep riding momentum. And yeah, it was a great season for me. I think we won the HPJ Shield that year, which was was a really proud moment for me as a captain for Auckland. And yeah, it was a good season. It's just can't get too up about seasons like that, because sometimes the next season's not going to be so good. So you just got to try and enjoy it when they happen.
And talking about domestic cricket, how does it feel to be rejoining the Auckland team?
Yeah, I obviously had 4 years down with Wellington, which was great, and I really enjoyed playing for the Wellington Blaze. They've been a really successful side domestically in New Zealand, and I love getting the chance to play alongside Amelia and Sophie as well, and Rachel Priest when she was there, and obviously Lee Casbrick too. So they had a great team, and I learned a lot going down to Wellington and just having a bit of a change of scenery. But coming back to Auckland, obviously that's where I grew up and started playing my domestic cricket. So for me, I'm excited to get back with a probably younger group. A lot of the players there now are not people that I played with when I left. So for me, I can hopefully come in a bit older and a bit wiser and impart some of my knowledge and help some of the really young, talented players in that team come through and hopefully be White Ferns one day too. So yeah, for me, I'm looking forward to the challenge of both contributing on the field and off the field, and helping some of the youngsters in Auckland, and hopefully we see a few more White Ferns coming through from Auckland.
And another captain, Brooke Halliday, would also be joining you at the Hearts. How good of an addition she is to the Auckland Hearts?
Yeah, Brooke's a great addition. I think she came onto the international scene with a hiss and a roar against England, and she's a class left-handed batter. So for us, she brings a whole lot of experience and a great skill set as well, being a batting all-rounder. And I think we do have a younger group in Auckland, so having her experience in the team will be great. And she knows a lot of the players already from the White Ferns. She knows Fran and Izzy and Molly quite well, so it'll be great to have her part of the group and her leadership experience as well. So looking forward to playing alongside Brooke.
And you're very closely associated with the New Zealand Cricket's head of women's high performance, Liz Green. So how much has the domestic cricket in New Zealand changed since you started? And what are some of the changes that you would like to see being implemented in the sport?
Yeah, obviously, when I first started playing domestic cricket, we played Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and you got paid your meal allowance, and that was sort of it. So I think the biggest change we've seen over the last few years is the introduction of domestic contracts. And they're by no means a full-time sort of contract. It's very much getting compensation for training, and then also match fees for playing the games, and that's been a great addition. And I think as well, when I first started playing, I don't think we had a full-time coach, and now every region's got full-time coaches, and the ability for the girls to access a coach and be able to train more and more has been really important. So I think the biggest thing for me I want to keep seeing going forward is just additional resource into the domestic game. We've got to keep growing our domestic players and making our domestic game really strong, because I think that'll lead to a really strong White Ferns team. So it's an exciting time to be a part of it, and and I know us senior players have also got a role to play within our domestic environments and helping younger players coming through and imparting our knowledge as well.
And looking into the future, what are some aspects of your games that you are currently working on, and some techniques that you would like to improve?
Oh, I think the biggest thing for me in the last sort of year has been my game plan against spin. So I think we've seen the women's game globally, spin plays such a huge role in both T20 and one-day cricket. So for me, it's just continuing to work on my game plan against spin. Particularly, we've got a lot of cricket coming up in the subcontinent. I think we're going to India next year. Obviously, a T20 World Cup in Bangladesh. So, that's crucially important for me and the team going forward is how we play spin bowling. Particularly, as right-handed batters, it's always harder with the ball going away from you. So, it's just something I've got to keep working on. And as well, I think my role in this team is through the middle order and trying to finish games off for the group. So that aspect of my game is how I finish innings really strongly, and my power hitting too is crucially important.
So does it ever affect you, like changing your batting order, like sometimes starting ahead of the innings, and sometimes in the middle order, and sometimes just trying to finish the innings? Does it affect your batting?
Look, I think you just adapt your game to what situation you're going out to in the middle, and it's never easy coming out in a situation where you're actually having to just strike from ball one. So I think for me, and actually for most batters, I'd say they'd find that the hardest is when you come out and you just have to start trying to find the boundary straight away. That's never as easy, but that's just where the game's going, particularly in T20 cricket now. The scores we're seeing globally in the game, we're having to put pressure on and try to find boundaries quickly. So it's just trying to find the right tempo, and for me, it's a constant thing I'm trying to evolve is the tempo at which I'm trying to play my cricket and in different situations. But I think it helps now. I've obviously been in the team for a bit longer, a bit older and wiser, and know my game plan a bit more. So that certainly helps.
And what are some of the goals that you would like to achieve even now on and off the field?
I think for me personally, it's about I want to have match-winning performances for the White Ferns and help the team win games. I want to keep contributing to this team both on and off the field. And then I think as a team, we're trying to get better and compete with some of the best teams in the world. And then we've got Pakistan at home in December, and England coming to New Zealand as well in March. So the goal for the team is to win those series, and we want to try to compete against the best teams in the world. And we know that, the likes of Australia and England and India, they're really pushing forward in their cricket. And every time we play them, it's really tough games. So I think as a group, for us, we really want to compete against those teams and be a world-class team.
And any personal goals that you have in mind in the coming years?
Oh, look, I don't necessarily believe stats tell the whole picture in cricket. But for me, it's, as I said, that I want to play match-winning performances for the White Ferns, or, and whether or not in T20 cricket that might be getting 30 off 15 balls, not necessarily 50s or 100s. So, yeah, look, I think it's just trying to contribute and put our team in a really good position to win. And if I can do that with the bat, then that's great. But, for me, it's more about that team success and helping this team move forward than necessarily personal milestones.
स्मार्ट हो रहा है इंडिया, जैसे इंडिया में बना एलिस्टा स्मार्ट एलईडी टीवी विद वर्ल्ड क्लास क्लैरिटी एंड अमेजिंग फीचर्स।